Good afternoon, RV. Well, no, good evening, bro.
Good evening. Even not right. We say I'm that late this afternoon.
Nah, bro. Last time was I late last? No, last time when we we just did it across the road,
Yeah.
and it's funny. Like, no, I think you got there before me. 'Cause I remember you were walking to go near to where the Nike shop was.
Yeah, I can't remember. All I know is that I was waiting for someone. Like, I got some trainers that day.
Yeah. Yeah, we still keeping with the J's and that.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but the resale is getting a bit out of hand nowadays.
Yeah. How much you reckon you've actually like put down on like these trainers? Because you got a lot going on with them.
I'll say 5 figures. I'm not sure how much though.
Crazy.
But it's not my fault though. It's just the fashion and how it is. Bro, certain trainers that you buy now, they used to be like 6, 7, 8 bills. Now they're a bag.
Yeah.
And it's the same trainers. So what can you do?
All right, bro. Let's get this essentials thing out of the way. Yeah. Let's get this because who was it? You tweeted it, and who was onto you first of all about saying the essentials things ain't really it, and then they came back and they said, nah, it is the
Lippy.
drip. Who was it?
Lippy.
Lippy. Okay, cool. Get me like, bro. So when did you first who put you onto the essentials?
Do you know what it is, yeah? When it first started coming out, I used to see it. But then I didn't know the price of it. So then I automatically disregarded it because I thought, you know what, yeah? The way drip's going right now, hoodies are normally like 4 or 5 bills. And I was like, I'm not paying 4 or 5 bills for that. But then they started making the new Nike Techs, and the new Nike Techs were dead. And I was like, yo, I just need a new everyday tracksuit. And then I found out how much the essential tracksuits actually were at retail. So I thought, yeah, for that price, it makes sense, innit? But then I realised I couldn't get it at retail. And the resale was like 4 bills, 4.50. And then I got my first one, but then I just liked the fit and the way that it actually looked on. But I didn't really rate the writing, the font and that. That's what put me off, because there's no style and pattern to it. It's just a trackie with writing on it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I got into it and kind of took the piss with it still.
Yeah, and the one you're wearing, I said the one you're wearing, I ain't seen no one. I'm not really into the essentials like that, but I've just seen the hoodies, different colours.
Yeah. No, I got jumpers, different material ones and that. Even a couple bags. Yeah.
Bro, so it's been a year and a half? No, is it a year? It's a year, innit? It's about a year and a bit.
A year and a bit still, because the last interview was 2019.
Oh, so it's 2 years practically.
Yeah.
Year
And a half.
All right, so them times they're independent, this time still independent.
Yeah.
But going through distro in a way, like why not major? Or why are you still just on this independent thing? Or people
You know what it is, yeah? The major thing, like, I'm not against it. It all depends on the deal and the time and like where I'm at. Because I don't feel like I'm at a stage in the independent route where I could say I don't ever need to sign a deal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like right now, the independent thing is okay for me. Like it's working for me. Like I'm not struggling as to say that, do you know what, yeah, I might just have to sign a deal now because this ain't working for me. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to try push the independent thing for as long as I can. Unless a deal comes that just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is for me.
But in that time period though, because I thought when we spoke, the project was going to come out end of that year, innit?
Yeah.
And then you kind of like, you're making better music.
Yeah.
So you scrapped that.
Yeah.
And then you started the process again, or how did that work out?
The tape that's coming out now, I feel like from when I first started recording the tape, there's probably one song on there from like 2019. All the other songs are new. Okay. Like even in the process of recording the tape, I feel like the end of 2019, I booked an apartment for a week and I was just in there. It was just a little studio set up, me, my engineer and producers, recorded loads of songs. And I feel like there might be one song from that whole week that ended up on the tape. Like, I feel like I recorded so many songs, scrapped them. Like things just started changing. I didn't like the songs that I had. The type of music I was making was changing, and I was just making better music and stuff. So it's like that's why it took so long to come out, along with other reasons like obviously COVID and sorting out the paperwork side of things. And
its features are a bit of a headache sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like 2 features that I had slowed down the tape a bit. because me taking long, like certain songs that I had a song with a feature, and then I said I wasn't gonna drop it, and then we was gonna make a new song, and then I changed my mind. I was like, actually, I want to drop the song, but he had already used some of his verse on a different song.
Yeah, okay.
So then, you know what I'm saying, that took long, and yeah, like a couple other things still, but. Yeah, man, I'm not against the major thing. It all depends on the proposal.
I mean, because even we was even talking about that even between ourselves about just kind of what that kind of looks like. Because I think at the time when we were talking about situations like that, you already had like, because I remember the original.
Yeah.
Track, it was a solid output, and I was just like, this can grow. But again, I feel like with labels, they're looking for numbers on, bro, it's like they're looking for YouTube numbers, but you're someone that actually statistically stream better.
Yeah.
Which is actually where the back end is. Is there, I don't know, now is there pressure to like try and raise your visibility a bit more?
In a sense, yeah. Whether it's about like the numbers and trying to get a deal based off your numbers or whatever, but just like as an artist, you would want to be out there as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't let numbers dictate anything, or I don't get disheartened by numbers, because numbers don't always determine talent.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you just gotta have trust in the process and like trust in your craft, and you know what I'm saying? So long as the fans still fuck with me, then I'm good.
Bro, do you ever get, I don't know, like, your tweets are funny, yeah, but do you ever think, Raj, you know what? That may cancel me sometimes, man. Because it's bants though, innit?
You know what it is, yeah? Nah, but who, like, you see this whole cancel thing? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's only Twitter, man. It's just Twitter and the internet. You know, like, I don't really believe in that. I feel like only one person's really being cancelled. You know what I'm saying? Said some mad stuff, being cancelled. But the whole cancel thing is like, yo, I could say something mad today, people be mad for a couple of days, and it's done. Thing. You know what I'm saying? They're not really cancelled, but like I say what I say. Why am I gonna change myself or tone myself down or say, oh, I can't say this because these people on their phones are gonna be chatting shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's got a problem with something nowadays, so I'm not really minding it. Obviously, certain things I just wouldn't say out loud. But yeah, man.
But I look at it like it's a different type of humor.
Yeah.
It's never, but some of your things would be like, I'm just paraphrasing. You say, oh, I remember like someone from school owed me money or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's actually funny when I'm looking.
Yeah, no, you know what it is, yeah? Because I could be like in my car in traffic and I'm just daydreaming or just thinking, like reminiscing, and I just remember a story and then I'll just tweet it. And then like I won't even be on like Twitter for like a couple of hours, and I'll come back on and see it's just gone off. Or I just see that it's on blogs and like people are sending it to me, and I'm just like, the first thing I say is like, bro, why is this news? Mm-hmm. Like why is this on blogs? Why do they care? Like why does this need to be reposted? I'm just going about my day, and then I'm seeing people like with bare energy in the comments and that. I'm just like, yeah, that's crazy to me, but that's just life nowadays. Social media, innit?
So it never gets to you at all?
No. Not really. Like, I get annoyed at the blogs posting me. But other than that, I don't really care.
So just like, can't leave that. But you want to do what you want to do, but you don't want to stop what you want to do because the blogs are going to make it out to be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I say to myself sometimes, because some people, it's hard to know if they're doing it to be on the blogs, but sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
You're just doing it, but the blogs take it up, and it's like almost like why they always look. It's like I think they're just looking for your comments, your tweets, just to see if there's anything that you've got going on.
I could be bantering with somebody on a personal thing, like just me and them in the comments, like not even on a tweet, like on the comments, yeah. And then they'll screenshot that and post it, and it's always taken out of context. And you don't know me and that person's relationship. You don't know the type of banter that we have. You just see my little tweet, and then you just take whatever you interpret that as, and just run with it.
Yeah.
So sometimes I see comments based on what I said, and I'm just looking like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, why are you so pressed about it?
Do you know what I'm laughing? Do you know what I'm laughing at in my head now? Bro, the way you just be banter with Lee to the Vi.
Oh yeah.
his age, you say like,
Yeah, no, that killed me. I was laughing for ages when I found out.
was it? Is he 39?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were just saying that when he was in primary, that you're just
Nah, big up Lee to the yeah though, but yeah. Nah, I wasn't ready for that one still. I wasn't ready for that one still.
But he like even just for him, like I know there's a lot of reaction people. I think he's the GOAT at what he does. I just really like the way that he breaks it down. Like he's super passionate about the music and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, no, I respect his craft still. I feel like it's much deeper than a reaction. I feel like that's discrediting his thing, just saying it's a reaction.
But what would you call it? Because I mean, I guess that's not saying, because his thing to me is like it's really
This thing is like a breakdown.
so. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, no, his thing's like a breakdown, like a proper review rather than a reaction.
A review, yeah, there you go, yeah.
Rather than a reaction still.
Where are we at now with you in general in terms of after this project, next steps? Like, 'cause I think this project's gonna be well received, but COVID has messed up your tours, or like, so where do you see like the next steps? I know this is gonna potentially be a podcast, but how are you mapping out?
Well, obviously, things naturally happen off the back of other things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got my few steps that I'm planning to go in and things that I'm planning to do. But like, I could drop the tape and then it could just go mad. And then I had...
Change the plan,
Yeah, change the plans, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I can drop the podcast and then that can go mad, and you know what I'm saying? But after this tape, remember, this tape for me was meant to be out ages ago. So I'm ready for next EP, next tape, next, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to drop any titles right now, you know what I'm saying, just in case, but yeah, there's stuff in the pipeline already.
When we last spoke, we touched on obviously like when you came out and just the work you had to do and things of just like, I won't say coming back into society, so to speak, but as soon as you come out, like you have to go and do like a normal job and stuff like that. And that's what I remember when you did that. You were playing on that whole thing with we showed the Deliveroo, the banner and that. But now, do you fully see? You probably saw it before, but do you fully see music as this is my career now? Like it's all in.
Yeah, no. Whether it's music, like actually rapping, or obviously I got my own label now as well. I haven't signed in on nothing yet, but that's there. Whether it's that or managing or entertainment, whether it's podcasting, whether it's whatever, but in that sort of industry, I feel like that's me now. I can't ever see myself going back and doing something else, like a normal job or whatever. So like I feel like even if I stop rapping or whatever, I'm still gonna be doing something within the industry.
You would do management?
Yeah. Do you know what it is, yeah? I don't know the ins and outs of a management, like the back end side. You know what I'm saying?
So be more creative part of the A&R, like what you should be, who maybe you should be working with, creative choices or...
Yeah, no, but like, obviously there's some managers out there that are better off than certain artists. Do you know what I'm saying? There's certain artist managers that are making more money than certain rappers, and even though they're getting the 80%, whereas the manager might only be getting 10, 20%. So it all depends on like what artist you're managing. So like I wouldn't mind doing the managing route, but I would need one of them big artists to make sense.
Yeah.
I couldn't go from being the rapper, getting the majority of the checks, to being the manager, getting...
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I still have to live and maintain.
Yeah. The label thing though, like you're saying you want to... So is that more to just kind of like have the man them be able to like have a situation where they can work with you, or what's the actual plan for the label?
What, my label?
Yeah.
My label is just about ownership and being able to like be able to help other people like around me when I get into that position where I can. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like right now I'm still trying to do my thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people might look at me and be like, yeah, I'm here, but I know where I'm trying to get to and where I'm trying to be. So I feel like I'm still trying to get there. But I feel like when I get to a stage where I'm good, I like to be able to put people on. And it's like being in the industry and like where I've come from and like certain relationships, like I fell out with certain people or I don't like certain people. So I would like to have my own team around me. So like, this is my director. This is my, do you know what I'm saying? This is my producers. These are my behind the scenes guys. This is my stylist. And yeah, this is me all under my roof. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you get enough industry support, or if not, where do you think it's lacking?
I feel like I do. And I feel like I could get more if I reach out and stuff. I feel like a lot of people got love for me or will help me out if I asked or I needed, but like I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like certain times my managers or like the manager will be like, oh, what about man? Like make a tune on man, or I'm like, yeah, but I'm not sliding in no DMs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sliding in no DMs. So it's like certain times when I have actually said, do you know what? Let me just do it. Like people's hit me back. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like.
What is that? Is that character? Is that just what the roads like? What? Because it's music now, isn't it? So if it's something that can benefit you,
I feel like it's something that I need to work on, like personal growth, like just how I'd feel, yeah, if I feel like it's like a pride thing.
yeah,
And it's just like I'm not scared of rejection, but then I don't want to feel a certain way towards someone. Like if a man aired me or something, and then I'm gonna see you somewhere,
and then
I don't want to feel like I'm onto you. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather just keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, because people holler at me for features and I've kind of lodged them as well, but it's just a game. You know what I'm saying? It's just a game, but like, yeah, nah. I feel like, yeah, I think it's a pride thing more time.
But I think also people really work in the industry. Like there is a level of slight disrespect that goes on from artist to artist. Sometimes like, oh, my man's not big enough. Like,
Yeah.
they try and look at man the thing, and it can bring out a next feeling of, I won't say violation, but if it wasn't a music thing, I wouldn't extend myself, so to speak. So I see that a lot, man. But what also I wanted to speak on is I think we touched on that. Like I said, I'm from South, yeah, but North. Like obviously you don't stay in North no more, but like what was it like really like growing up in the bits like for all of you in the Mandem, like what was day in day what was really like for you lot?
What stage though? What age?
I'm gonna say teenage years. Like I'm gonna say 15 for 15.
Them days, it was calm, man. Just chilling more time. Obviously, certain activities that you can't really talk on, and that. But what I would say, what I have realized, yeah, it's like I feel like for me, them days, yeah, my life was in Tottenham. Like I don't think I'd been to South until I was like a certain age. Like I used to hear about Burger King and that. I'd never been to Burger King till I was in like my 20s and that. Like I just knew like London and like North and like maybe East. I was never in South. Like I'd never branched out. So like I was boxed in, and it's like all I knew was the life that I lived and the man them lived in that. So certain things like that I'd done or been involved in that might have been like a big thing in the area, in South or like other areas, it might have just been like a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to jail for certain cases and that, like in the area, you might have been the guy or X, Y, Z, but then there's youths that are like 5 years younger than you that's in jail for like way madder stuff. And it's like, raw, like I'm thinking, is there really people in man's age group that's really on that stuff in my area or like the surrounding areas? It's just like certain areas are different and like even like the way things function and like loyalty and certain other things. It's just like different areas there's a lot of different things going on, but you wouldn't know because you only really know like
You think of your own
your
issues.
area and like, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But them days, I feel like life has just changed in general. Not even about the music thing. Like every 2, 3, 4 years, things just get madder.
It's a cycle, isn't it?
Yeah, life just changes still.
So where do you see yourself like? Because obviously you're from where you're from. So where do you kind of like see yourself? I'm not saying in anything to do with the madness, but where do you think we are with it? Like in terms of, is music opening enough doors per se to let the man them just feel like they can take that, or is it still, you know, like super toxic in the end? Like,
Yeah, no, it's super toxic, but it gets to a stage where you just have to decide like where you want to focus your energies. Like, you can't do both. I feel like it's impossible to do both. Like actually, if you actually want to get off the roads and do this music thing proper, like make it in this music thing so where you're not on the roads, you have to put 100% into it. You can't do both. You end up getting to jail, end up getting drawn out, end up being somewhere at the wrong place at the wrong time, or you're just not focusing enough energy into what you need to be, time and effort into what you need to be doing to make it out. So I just feel like if you are still trying to do both, then, you know what I'm saying?
so how did you find a way to? Because I know in any situation you'll stand your ground in a real life situation, but what precautions or what did you have to make to put in place to say, "Do you know, I can't be drawn out"? Was it you have to move off ends? You have to,
For me, it was getting back to jail the last time
after the
after the no better situation, and between that going back to jail, my son being born, and the career that I was coming out to, it's like, yo, now I've got a career, something to look forward to and work towards. I've got responsibilities now, like with my son and that, and it's like, yo, what? My age, like, what, am I gonna go back to jail again the third time? So it's like I had to make a decision, like, am I gonna keep doing what I'm doing, or am I gonna say, yo, I've got an opportunity now and this is me, and just, you know what I'm saying, run with that. So I took the necessary steps, I moved at the ends, and I just try to focus on music more time. You know what I'm saying?
it's impressive because like for that I mean, like I never sat down in jail, but that transition can't be easy though, because like nothing really has changed in terms of the threat level or the problems.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's not just saying, "Oh, look, do you know, guys, I'm not anymore like that." It's just done. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, obviously, everything's still going on. That's the worst thing you could do is be like, do you know what, yeah, I'm just on the music thing now and pretend like everything's not going on outside, because you still have to come outside and you can get, you know what I'm saying? You can get, I feel like it's a jungle outside and it's easy to get eaten. So you can't ever forget that. But just so long as you doing what you're doing and just keeping safe and sorting out what you need to do, then you should be good.
Your son seems like his big inspiration because you even talk about like how much savings he's got and just like the things you're doing for him. So it obviously coming out to a career, but would you put it more on like him being born that really was the thing that impacted a better life? Because you also think about him as well now, right? You see your responsibilities.
100%. It's like anytime I do something, even down to like signing a deal or thinking about where I want to be and what I need to do, I can't just think about me. I have to think about him as well. So it's like, it'll make me like think twice about doing certain things or whatever. So it's like I got an extra person to think about, because I might get mad at something and feel like I want to do something, but then I feel like I can't have my man coming to visit me in jail and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Missing out on first days at school and all these things. That just sounds crazy to me. So where, like, that's what I hold close to my chest. Other things that I thought I might care about, don't even matter no more. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah, no, like having a son changed my life a lot.
And I guess, like I said, the flip side, just I'll move on. How do you feel it would have been if you didn't have your son, or it was just like...
If I didn't, like, obviously, I said to myself, like, when I was in jail the last time, I did a year. And then before that, I did 4 years. And I think I said it last time, that year last time was longer than...
The 4 years.
Yeah. So when I was in jail, I said to myself, do you know what, yeah? I ain't coming back here. And I can't come back here. If I come back here, I'm on a Bronson thing. Like, I'm on a Charles Bronson thing. I'm just mashing everything up. Like, I'm not coming back here. Like, I even said I'll go on a run for like a 28-day recall. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm not coming back here. So, like, I already decided, like, yeah, but I can't do that again anyway. So I feel like, to a certain extent, I still would have had the same mentality. But, like, just, like, the son just like, solidified it for me. But, yeah. Because I mention my son a lot, but I've got other family that are like, you know what I'm saying, that I don't want them to come visit me in jail and they're going to be affected by everything as well. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I've grown up. I feel like before I didn't really care. I didn't really think about consequences or nothing. I was just out here, but I feel like now I can see, like I see what it done to my mum, my parents and my dad and that, you know what I'm saying? So just conscious decisions.
Bro, and honestly, and that, bro, like, even just for me, bro, I'm thinking, right, we're in 2021. 4 years sounds mad, bro, to be in one place with no real freedom, bro.
Yeah, no. It's character building still.
You see it like that? Well,
Yeah, no, character building still. I feel like even in those 4 years, yeah, the first time I got, 7 due half, I got some extra days. I feel like it took over 2 years for me to learn my lesson. Because for those first 2 years I was in there, I was just on the same shit I was on the roads. Like, just banging out. Like, if anyone chatted shit, I was on them. The government chatted shit, I was on them. Do you know what I'm saying? Just getting bare extra days, always getting into trouble and that. So, like, I feel like if I came out earlier than I did, I might have came out and still been on the same shit. You know, you see bare man go to jail and come out and they're just back on the same shit, going back to jail. I feel like that could have been me. But then it got to a point in my sentence and I'm thinking like, raw, like, I can't keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, when is it going to stop? And then that's when I had to, like, really, like, self-reflect and just, you know what I'm saying?
Is that easy, like? Because I think, bro, like, there's things for me, like, there's mistakes I've made, not on, like, that's put me away, but it could be a relationship. Yeah. And we have to actually look at yourself and say, that's me, it's me, you know?
But you know what it is? When you're outside, you don't really have that time.
Because everything's just real.
Yeah, there's been times I've been on block or I've been on basic. No TV, no phone, no PlayStation, or nothing. Just me and these 4 walls. So, like, you end up asking yourself, like, questions like, yo, what do you want and what really matters to you and who are you as a person? And I feel like when you're actually able to answer those questions, I feel like it helps you a lot, like, moving forward in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when you come out, is it an adjustment? Because I'm thinking that mentally, does it systemize you to the point when you come out? Because I know that a lot of I don't think it's all the way, but a lot of my friends who been in, bro, they don't like being around bare people. Like, because...
No, recently, I've been realizing, like, jail has affected me in certain ways. And it's like, you know, like, nothing mad happened to me in jail. Like, I weren't beaten up, I weren't bullied, I weren't suffering or nothing. So, like, there was no major trauma for me to feel like, yeah, jail affected me. But there's other little things, like, for example, people asking me questions. I just feel like I'm being interrogated all the time, even when there's normal questions, only because I feel like that's part of freedom, to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it without being questioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if I'm on the wing and I'm going somewhere or trying to go off the wing, where you go in, so it's like, yeah, and certain other things, it's like, I feel like it gives you, like me, I feel like I'm always searching for freedom. And even though I'm out and I'm free, certain things it makes me feel closed in, boxed in and that. And I feel like that could be the only reason why, because of Joe. You know what I'm saying?
And I guess it's not a correlation, but that's probably right. You're just gonna tweet whatever you want because a tweet ain't gonna put you in jail.
Freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying?
On the project, bro, because like in drill, you're one of the hardest, and you're being that, right? Is there a point to prove in terms of like solidifying your position and also elevating to a new level?
I don't feel like there's a point to prove anymore. I feel like it's more elevation now. Because I feel like the times have changed. I feel like everybody's on a bigger level now. It's like, yeah, you could be the best. You could be the best drill rapper, but can you chart? Can you do this? Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's all good and well being the best drill rapper, or everybody says you're the best drill rapper, but if you're not getting the views and you're not getting no deals and you're not, what do those accolades mean? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the type of music that got me that as being one of the best in drill or the best in drill, I don't feel like that music is going to get me to where I want to be or where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man, I respect all the credit and that, but
Sorry, bro. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like people want me to make a certain type of music, not just good music.
But I think also with the music, so I'm just turning this off. I think even with the music that you've made, bro, like you've shown that you can do. I think the last time we were talking, you're just saying that it's not just a drill thing that you just want to like be on. And I think even a tune with you and Chip, like bro, like your thing's wavy, you know.
Yeah.
Like even just before, I was on the phone outside. I was talking to Blanca's manager, Ria,
Yeah.
and she was saying to me, she's like, oh, I just love RV, you know. Like he's just a nice person. He's polite. He's cool. Anything he could do, he can help you, and that's even something I can say, bro. Like,
And she's ruining my brand.
no, but bro, for real, it's like there's things that I've asked you, like, bro, can you help me, or can you just ask this question for me? And it's been no bother.
And of course, if I can help someone, then I definitely would. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out of my way to not help someone. You know what I'm saying? But if I feel like we've got a relationship, no matter how deep it is, then I'll do what I can to help you. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there's a lot of people out here that will they don't want to help no one else build up because it feels like it's gonna affect them. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like those people are kind of weird.
Cause that's the saying. That's the thing where like people wouldn't think you're like a given person, if that makes sense, or a helpful person. I think. Well, I guess that's people if you have problems with. They're gonna see the other
Don't
side.
get me wrong. Don't think that I'm Santa Claus or anything, because a lot of people will ask me for something and just get left on red. But like, if you're my peoples, or like I said, we've built a relationship, or I like you, whatever, yeah, cool. Why not? But I'm not just gonna be out here doing up Good Samaritan all the time. But for my people, like if you know me and we're good, then we're good, innit? But if we're not good, then it's not good.
So even with the project, bro, like when you get to where you're working on it, are you still working with the same producer as last time?
Who, JK?
The guy who came.
Oh yeah, no, he's there still. He's definitely there. He's there still. He's there. That's my guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's my engineer. But he wasn't the one who mixed or mastered the tape. It was Will Light and Louis White. They did Savage and they mixed Drillers and Trappers. So like, remember when I just said earlier, when I booked the apartment and I had the studio in there, obviously JK was there. So
Got it.
yeah, like he comes to studio sessions with me and that, but he doesn't actually do the buttons.
Where you at now with in terms of like when you got the track listing?
Yeah.
When do you know this is staying on, this is coming off? Because I'm sure you must have, like, you had an overflow of tracks. So
Yeah.
what's that process like for you then?
Well, when I first started recording this tape, the idea for it for me was like, this tape is meant to be like me, but in like music form and like the story of me, like based on the artwork and the songs. So like there'll be songs that will be like how my life is now. There'll be songs about being in jail. There'll be songs about my life before jail. So it was like each song had to like make sense. Then when I was recording and like picking beats and writing new songs, in my head I'm thinking about how it's gonna fit in on the track list and how it's gonna make sense.
I'm going through the track list now, bro. What was the whole link up with you and Bane?
The Bane thing, like Bane, I would say like in the industry, like there's a lot of people I'm cool with, but like not a lot of people I'll say that's my friend or my dog. Like Bane's my dog. Like I'll FaceTime Bane all the time. Bane will FaceTime me as my dog. But like me and Bane's never actually been in studio together. Like there was a time where we just kept missing each other. Like I'll have a session with Quincy and then he'll have a session with Quincy and then Quincy will be like, yo, I got a session with Bane, pull up, and I'll be like, oh, I'm busy today or whatever. But one thing I'll say about Bane, like he works a lot, he works hard. Like he'll go to link a producer one day and smash out like 5 songs.
Oh, he's got that type of work rate?
Yeah, like, so he's just hitting me with ideas. Yeah, I got this verse here, I got this hook here, I got this whatever here. And I feel like, all in all, we probably picked like 3-4 different songs. But then there's complications with some of them. Like, oh, this producer, he must have did a hook with one producer, and that producer wanted that song. So then we didn't use that one. Then he sent another one, and there was a next problem or whatever. But I feel like the one we got now, probably, yeah, my favourite out of all of them anyway. So it all worked out in the end.
And also Trapo.
Yeah.
Trap's my guy, man.
Yeah.
How did that link up come together?
Trapo, obviously, Trapo was on Drillers and Trappers 2. Obviously, I was on his last tape as well. Not the album, the tape. So, yeah, like naturally, I always knew that I wanted him on there. Like my first like official solo mixtape. I feel like when it comes to drill, one of my favourites still. So, yeah, no, he come through. Funny enough, the song that we got on there wasn't the original song that we was gonna have. We was gonna do like a non-drill song, like a rap song. We actually recorded it, we started it. But then I did a next session and I started one next song. And I was like, yeah, nah, Trapo needs to be on this one.
So, was he quick in the studio? Because I've been in the studio with him a couple of times, and he pens it down kind of quick, bro.
Yeah, nah, I sent him, because it wasn't a drill song, it was a rap beat. I sent the beat to him before and you come ready that time. But then this next one, I sent him over, I did my bit first. I sent him over like a 4-bar hook and a verse. And I'm like, yeah, let me get a verse and a 4-bar as well. But then when he sent his thing back, you know, that's mad still. I even went and changed my thing a bit. After I heard Trapo's thing, I was like, yeah, say down, this is how he's trying to come.
Yeah, bro. And also like Rams, because the funny thing, I'd heard the track, because Rams played it to me, and he was saying that. 'Cause I remember he was teasing on he's like, when are we going to release this? And I remember even when he was still at the label, he was like, he wanted to, I didn't know whose track it was. If it was your track, if it was his track.
Yeah.
But even featuring Rams, like a lot of people wouldn't see him as someone that they would work with within the scene. So I was like, why would you, not like that because that's my boy, but do you get me? Like, what's that whole relationship and why have you got him on a project?
Obviously, when did we record that song?
It's a while ago, bro. I think it's a while ago.
That might have been 19 as well, isn't it? Yeah, no, obviously, the whole process of that song, I just like the process. Do you know what I'm saying? Where I was coming in the studio, 169 is making the beat on the spot. We're just throwing about ideas. Like when I turned up to that studio session, I didn't know I was going to be singing that day.
No, wait, I was in the studio that day.
There.
I was there.
He was there.
Yes, it makes sense. I'm done, bro. You came by yourself, innit?
I came with JK.
No, he must have come after I left.
Might.
Like, I came, I think, and then, okay, got it.
Yeah,
I remember,
But obviously, that song, like you said, I thought that was just Rams's song, innit? Because I thought he was doing some tape, it wasn't TV or whatever. But then he was like, yo, you can have it. And then I was like, yeah, I'll take it. we were meant to do a video for it. Obviously, it just didn't happen. But then, obviously, because we was teasing it and we dropped the clips and that, like fans were just he's getting bare messages, I'm getting bare messages. Like, when's that tape? Like, when's that song drop? When's that song drop? And I was like, do you know what? Let me put that on my tape. So yeah, it's on there. It's coming out soon.
Do you know, I also remember that day again. Yeah, I remember I was in the studio, bro. And again, this is, you know, it's like it's the preconception you have of people. You came one up,
Yeah.
get me, like just cool, like you're just doing your thing. And usually you'll think sometimes like you go studios like, bro, it could be carnival, bro.
Yeah, no, certain times it could be either or. I could be in studio with like 30 man, could be in studio by myself. Just all depends on the vibe and what I'm trying to get done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in studio with a lot of people, then I'm just bouncing off energies and just feeding off energies and just having a vibe. If I'm in studio by myself, it's like, yo, I've come to this head down and focus and work. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But either or works. Either or works.
Bro, on the project, you said that this project's more about you as a person now, right?
Yeah.
Is there a song in particular where we get a bit more, you know my vibe, that introspective thing? Is there anything where you're being a bit more, I'm not saying not more open, but...
Intro.
Okay.
The intro still. The intro's...
Well, look at me.
Yeah, the intro's a bit of a deep one still. I feel like that tells you I feel like the intro is my journey, actually. The intro will be my journey in a song. And then, like, my journey in a longer story will be the whole tape.
What made you want to put that out there, though? Did you feel it's just time that people know a bit more?
Yeah. I feel like, obviously, taking off the belly was one thing, but I feel like me as a person and, like, my identity, like, I feel like people only know drill rapper RV, or yeah, runs a couple jokes and lines, but no, you don't really know me. Do you know what I'm saying? So what better way to show you me than through my music? You know what I'm saying? So that was it. Like, that's what the whole concept was. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, after this, I'm down for anything. You know what I'm saying? I might even put the belly back on for a bit.
That belly, do you know when you took the belly? I mean, Trap took off his belly, you took off your belly. Like, and I always say this before. Well, I usually say it's like, when you expose yourself to like people, do you, like people, like if people know you, innit?
Yeah.
But now it's like everyone.
Yeah.
Like you see the people outside. Did you know there's people outside there?
Nah.
Because I saw like they recognize you, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like at any point does it get uncomfortable?
I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but sometimes it's annoying because obviously people get excited and then they don't, when you see somebody or when they see you, their first thought is not to respect your space. So I could be out with my mum or I could be out with my son. Someone's gonna come up and ask for pictures. Do you know what I'm saying? Or it's like, I know I can't go certain places because it's just gonna be mad. Like I couldn't just walk through Westfields. It's gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be able to do what I came there to do like that. So,
But imagine, bro, someone who wants their freedom, that must be a bit jarring a little bit.
yeah, but like I'm a realistic person. Like I know this is the life that I'm living or like the job that I do and what comes with it. So I don't like certain places where I can't go, I don't really need to go. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't really need to go Westfields. Bond Street's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Or even like, have you ever been out with your little man and people are just trying to pull out for you?
Yeah. Like one time I was in the supermarket, just me and him, and I'm holding him in my hands. Someone comes to me and asked me to take a picture. But if you see the look that I gave this person, like, what do you want me to do?
Put this up for
Put
yourself.
him on the floor to take a picture. Like, he's like, oh, bro, I didn't even clock. Like, I was like, it's weird. Like, there's been times where I've pulled up, I'm getting him out of the car seat, people are trying to take pictures. I'm like, what, you're going to get my whole car, registration plate, my son, and what, post it on the internet? Like, all you got to do is ask for a picture. Like, some people just don't respect it. I've had people that see me and not said anything and messaged me like, yo, I saw you today, but I see that you was with your family, so I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But just like some people are just, don't know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
I think that's
I hear, but I respect it though, innit? Like the fan love, like they're just trying to show love, innit? They're not really thinking about all the other stuff. So I don't get mad. Like I'll be polite about it, but like, yeah, not today. Like if you catch me again, then yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But if you do see me and I'm out with my son, it's not that.
it's not that.
It's not that thing.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's a salute thing. You know what I'm saying?
Even like just in general terms, like just moving about. Just do you ever worry about people knowing where you at? Like, when I say worry, bro, I'm not trying to paint the picture because like me, I'm private, bro. Like you know how I try and carry myself, and like for example, bro, I get Ubers not in my name.
Yeah.
Because like or at this, it's just
Yeah.
you get me. So for you, how do you try and like maintain your privacy and just feel like, because you know like the hood makes you think
Yeah.
can't be a sitting target
Yeah.
for
No,
nothing.
100%.
That makes sense.
100%. You just gotta learn how to move. Do you know what it is? It's the internet. See, like Snapchat, Instagram Live, and that. That's what will get you into trouble. You know what I'm saying? Snapping your location and
Get
all
a
of
drop
those
on them,
things.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what you don't do. If you're gonna do that, make sure you got a private story or just post after you left and that. But yeah, man. I tried to like I said about the coming out of jail thing and having freedom and that. Like I tried to like just go to wherever. Like certain times, like management, I feel like management cares about it more than I do. It might be like an interview or something or show that I need to go to or whatever. And then management will be like, where is it? I'll be like, it's here. They'll be like, oh yeah, that's mad. That's way too close to the end. I'm like, bro, come on, just pull up, man.
You feel you're good, innit?
Just pull up, bro. Man will double park that outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just no snaps in and out. Management will be like, oh no, that's a bit mad. You know what I'm saying? But it just all depends how you carry yourself. If no one knows that you're in there, apart from you, what's the problem?
When you are in there, though, innit?
Yeah, but no one knows that you're in there though.
Yeah, I hear that.
If you're with people and they're posting it around, that's when it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like no one, apart from the people that are here now, no one knows that I'm here.
Yeah.
So I don't need to be looking out the window or
Yeah,
whatever.
that word,
You know what I'm saying?
bro. I totally feel you, that, bro. Sometimes it's just you gotta feel comfortable when you can feel comfortable,
Yeah.
and when it's not that, you just avoid them spaces, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. If I get like certain times I get vibes, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm not even trying to go that spot there. It's mad. Or if I feel like it's a vibe, like you said, certain times I pull up by myself. If I get a vibe and I feel like I might be, then obviously the entourage will come.
Has your vibe? I mean, has it been proven right before when you thought I shouldn't be there, and then it turns out like, yeah.
Nah, I feel like people don't really like. Obviously, it's good to be wary and that, but I don't feel like people don't really want to pull up on a man.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Can go left. You know what I'm saying? It can go left still, but you still got to watch your head back.
Bro, also with like Heady getting a number one. Like I remember you guys had I was in the studio that day. You lot had that big dinner thing at Tape.
Okay, yeah.
Was Chris Brown there?
Yeah.
Bro, like you lot of boys. So how, it sounds cliche, but how do you, like, it must almost feel like his win's your win because you're seeing it in real time.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
How have you seen that? How have you seen it for him? And then does it motivate you as well?
Yeah, no, of course. Of course, his motivation is like, yo, it just shows you what can be achieved. Because we literally come from the same background. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, like it can be done. So don't ever give up. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing your thing. I feel like Heady's win and some of the other man's wins are like, they're a win for me and a win for everybody else, even people that aren't OFB, to follow. Because I feel like me, I'm not a hater, and I don't have a hating bone in my body. So when I see certain things, it inspires me rather than like, I don't get envious. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like certain success stories, certain even other people's stories, just make me think, yeah, Cold.
It's possible. And then in your circle, like, you're also going to be that to the people that you're around, around you and things of that nature. But with this project, though, after this drops, are you... Yeah, bro, with this project, after it drops, are you already, like, loaded for what? Have you already recorded the next stuff, or are you just waiting to see how it goes? Because you said you're going to depend on kind of what it does.
I got ideas what I want to do. Obviously, this whole COVID stuff, haven't been locking in as much sessions as I would like to. And I feel like because this tape, like thinking about the drop and the rollout and the marketing and all the energy I'm putting into this and the podcast, I feel like it's kind of hindered my creative process at the moment because my head is just in a certain spot. So I hope like once the tape drops and I'm like, done with that, my head's going to be clear. And hopefully by then certain things will be open. Because I can't lie, Uptown might help with the writer's block. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of retail therapy and stuff.
Because all those things that go, because you're quite hands-on with your projects, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, bro, marketing, rollout, bro. That's, bro, I know work. It's a headache, bro.
Yeah.
It's long. It's just ideally, there's the music, you drop it.
Yeah.
It does what it does.
That's
cool. But it's
I wish it was that simple.
Right. What is the most challenging part now after the music's recorded that you found?
Delivering it, because I feel like people's attention span nowadays and the way music's being consumed is just crazy. Like week by week, you drop a song or even a mixtape, it could be a mixtape, that week no one's talking about nothing else apart from you and your mixtape. And then the next week someone else dropped. It's like your thing didn't even drop. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find a way to deliver it in a good way where like it registers, because it's easy for stuff to fall under. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the main thing.
Does that ever hurt? Potentially, does it hurt an artist ego? You thinking, wow, do you know what? I put bare into this. Like after the first week, everyone chats about it. Yeah. Next week, it's like man's the forgotten man. Even though the project may be still cold, but
do you know what it is? Yeah. Thankfully, I ain't really experienced that yet. But I feel like I haven't dropped in ages as well. So yeah, like I feel like Drillers and Trappers 2, everyone's still spinning that. Asking for number 3, Savage, everyone's still spinning that. People are still spinning Drillers and Trappers 1. So I feel like now, like I'm talking about the last 6 months, is when more has become more like, week by week, everyone's dropping and forgetting about the rest of the stuff. So now it's like, how are you going to make your mark? You know what I'm saying? How's it going to stay? How are you going to stay? So, yeah.
COVID's made everyone like, what are you going to do? You have to put out something. Do you get me? Like, there ain't no shows. You can't just...
Yeah, it needs to be more. Because your music, like you could put out a banger on a normal day, in a normal climate. Like if you dropped it 2 years ago, you could have been sitting on that song and riding off the back of that song for a whole year. Shows, this, that. But now, your song's going off. You get your views. Next week, it's done. You need to go back in the studio and make the next one. You know what I'm saying? That's how the way things are going nowadays.
Yeah. And bro, rounding up, bro. Like, bro, random, do you... Like, what hobbies do you have outside of music? I mean, obviously music, I wouldn't say it's a hobby, but what kind of things wouldn't people know about RV as a person?
It's a good question, you know. I feel like if I sit down and actually deep it, I don't think I've ever had a proper hobby that I've been passionate about in my life. Yeah, like obviously music was always been a hobby, but like, you know those people that will make music for the rest of their life, even if it's not paying, like, because that's just their passion and it does it for them. Like, obviously when I first started making music, I wasn't making money for it, but it was just a hobby, like just a thing on the side. But like, you see, like, if music wasn't paying me or whatever, I wouldn't have that energy for it. because like I don't like I'm passionate about my music and the craft, but like music in general, you know, people that learn instruments and like I'm into it like that. Even like football, it was a hobby and that, but I like the fun side of it. I wasn't like deep into football, so even when I was getting scouted for teams and they were trying to put me in different positions that I didn't want to play, I was just like, forget that, because I wasn't that passionate about it. It was just, do you know what I'm saying? There's things that I like doing, things that I'm into, like, but nothing that I'm mad passionate about. That's what I'm working on.
I'm trying to find out like other passion.
Yeah, that's what I'm working
Maybe
on.
it's your kicks, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm into kicks, but I'm not mad passionate about it. I've seen the way certain people move about kicks.
Yeah,
Like
no,
the people that sell me kicks,
they move mad.
they move mad. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not really into it like that. Like I like a good shoe, I'll buy shoes. Like I know the names and the latest trends and that, but I'm not into trainers like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people that are mad into cars and that.
Yeah, bro. They're telling you about this spec, they're telling you about every detail and
Yeah, I like cars. I have a favourite car or whatever, but I'm just not into cars like that. So yeah, that's what I need to work on.
So as you weren't you like painting, like
As a youth, it was for football more time.
just kicking ball.
Football and like hip hop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a good question still.
No, I just wondered because I think bro, because like I said, I talked to you personally, so it's
Yeah.
like I just one thing I realized is that not everyone has the same access. That I'm not saying that. Like, I know it's a privileged situation to be able to talk to people, and like, even when the cameras ain't on.
Yeah.
But sometimes people just really look and think it's just like you just said. It's just the tweets,
Yeah.
the videos.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but don't worry, the podcast is coming. That's when you get the
You get that, yeah.
you get the full insight.
And you do that in that
In the sprinter.
in the sprinter.
Yeah.
Can't lie, bro. When I saw it, I was thinking, yeah, that sprinter looked. You had it customizing the.
Yeah, it's decent and it's a little decent settings. Obviously, I announced it a long time ago, started promoting it a long time ago, but I still ain't dropped it yet. Certain people jumped on the wave and tried to, you get me, get their own little van and that. But that's how it goes, that's how the game goes, but you get me. But don't worry, the proper things coming soon.
So, I'm gonna leave it there, man. But my bro, always love coming through.
Yeah, no, man, love.
You get me, man. I may have to try and get that plug on that essentials on, bro.
I got you this, man. I might be able to sort you on that retail. No, my stylist is there as well. You good?
Oh, is it?
Still, he got you.
But I ain't got RV money, bro.
Nah, you're
I ain't
good.
got RV money, bro.
You might be able to get an RV discount.
RV. Alright, my bro. Love for your time, my guy.
Love, man.